Hi everyone, welcome to episode 3 of the JTGA podcast. I'm joined once again by Jason Burley.
Hello.
And Adam Burley.
Hello. Wearing the same clothes, aren't we?
I don't know, we're not.
Yeah, it's funny how we're wearing the exact same stuff as we were.
And it's a completely different day.
Completely different.
So...
Not even the same.
Not even the same. Wonderful. So, episode 3 of our podcast, I want to talk a bit about Xbox Scorpio, the just recently unveiled new kind of mid-gen upgrade for the Xbox One. This very much the same as like a PS4 Pro. It's a 4K enabled machine out at the end of this year, and it's still unnamed. It still doesn't have an official. It's still called Project Scorpio at the moment. It doesn't have an actual name. Just to give you guys just a little bit of the what it is. It's the most powerful console ever made in history. So in terms of its graphical and computing power, it's more so than the PS4 Pro.
Oh, it's smaller.
Right, okay, because they've said that it's going to be closer to the Xbox One S, which is the the slightly reduced size one.
Slightly, yeah.
Because the Xbox One is a brick. It's enormous. It can play games in native 4K resolution, so actually what it looks like on a 4K screen. PS4 Pro uses various different techniques to kind of achieve the same effect in 60 frames per second as well. So like the smoothness of something like Call of Duty and things like that. And it's backwards compatible with both all Xbox One games and Xbox 360 games as well. Those games will run better on Scorpio. So if you had games on the Xbox One that maybe struggled with their frame rate or their resolution, they will look and run better on the Scorpio. So if you're playing old 360 games on your Xbox One, they will look better and run more smoothly than they did before. Doesn't have a name yet. What do you think they're going to call it?
1.5.
Xbox 1.5?
I don't know. His consoles have never been historically named very well, have they?
Xbox One being the
primary example.
Yeah, it's
we
awful.
went from 360
Xbox
all the way
2.
back to 1 again. I mean,
Xbox 2.
Yeah, well, isn't that going to be confusing for people who had a 360? Branding wise, because you saw what happened with the Wii U. Nobody bought it because it had the Wii title in it. They didn't know whether it was an addition to the Wii or was it a new console. Or so is it important for them to ditch the whole Xbox One?
What year is it coming out in?
This year.
Xbox 2017.
So it's going to be like. Do you think it's going to be like the new iPad? They just called it the new iPad as opposed to the iPad 3 or 4.
To be honest, when it comes
I think they should call it the Xbox Scorpio. I think that's a pretty cool name.
Use the project name as its name.
Fuck yeah.
That sounds pretty cool. Ditch with the numbers.
Because the problem with Xbox One, the branding, is it's sold half as many consoles as the PS4, and it's associated with being a console that's less powerful.
Yeah.
The perception is that the Xbox One, and it's true, is that it's less powerful than the PS4. So if they want to name it something, like you said, like Scorpio, that's quite cool.
I think Scorpio is a decent name.
I've got to be honest though, still, I can't get excited about Xbox stuff. Still. They fucked me in the arse, didn't they?
Oh, the story about the...
I still can't get over it, so still not going to buy it. They could release it for £100.
What's... Yeah, you would.
Made of Lego.
You being as tight as you are.
Yeah. You absolutely would.
Yeah.
For £100, yeah. But,
well, okay, in that case then...
reluctantly.
Yeah, clawing onto it. So because you're an Xbox One owner, you play only on Xbox One.
I do.
What?
PC now as well.
Yeah, which is a lot of kind of what Xbox are trying to do. Like a lot of their exclusives, if you buy the Xbox One copy, it releases on PC.
PC purely because I love strategy games,
yeah.
and you cannot play strategy games on a console.
The controller sucks.
You just can't do it. So you need a mouse, you need the processing power. If you're playing anything from the Total War series, you've got far too many things going on in the battlefield at once. You have to really disengage, look at it from a bird's eye view, and use that kind of tactical position, which you can only do with a mouse. You cannot do that.
Right. Although were you thinking Halo Wars?
Well, I think Halo's and the original Command and Conquer when it was on PlayStation. I remember playing it.
Halo Wars is not a proper strategy.
With a control pad without even analogs, and I remember being able to do it quite fluidly.
Yeah, I always enjoyed the way Halo Wars handled its controls, but I do agree with you that it's a bit pared down. It's not the sort of Total War style.
No. It's 40 people and another 40 people, scaled slightly down, attacking each other. And the only gameplay if you brought up Halo Wars right now, it's just the Covenant and the UNSC, and they're just shooting at each other. That's all that's happening. Whereas a Total War, there is, I think I played a game the other day, there was 40,000 units on the field. You know, actually 40,000 units on the field. So in order to direct those troops and have that level of battle going on, it's insane.
Yeah.
And you cannot go from one side of the, just to even scroll to one side of the conflict, to see you from your right to your left flank is like, it's insane. You cannot do it without a controller.
So okay, so what with the Scorpio, given that you're an Xbox player, they're targeting this at you, the hardcore Xbox owner.
Yeah.
What do they need to do price-wise to get? Because bear in mind, of course, that if you really want to use this thing, you need to have a 4K TV.
Sure.
If you want to get a good 4K TV, you'll probably plug in £600-700.
And that's for a smaller one, yeah.
Yeah. So what if you just took the console, assuming you had the TV, assuming you wanted it, you out, that's it, done. So assuming you had the TV, you're ready to go, what do they need to price the Scorpio at? Bear in mind that you already own an Xbox One.
£100.
Well, I mean, it has to be, it's not going to be, bearing in mind, looking at what the Xbox One was when it was released, it's not going to be cheaper than that. Is it?
No, not at all. And they're pitching it as a high-end machine.
It's a high machine, it's better than its predecessor, then yet how can it be less money? So you can immediately write that off.
What, 350, 400?
Well, the Xbox One when it came out was $439.99 but then they forced you to buy Kinect. So when they brought it out 6 months later without
£439
when it first came out,
PS4 launch price was $349.
Yeah, I remember.
So then you had to buy Kinect.
And you got a game with it.
So when Kinect was removed and you got the game with the controller or whatever, the bundle pack, then it was, I think it was bang on 300.
Yeah, it came down to $349, then they priced it.
They priced it down to 300.
That's right.
So it went further down. So, and that's a fair price to make £300 fine. Okay?
Do you think Scorpio will be under 500 quid?
Scorpio, I reckon it's going to be £500.
It's spot on 500.
I reckon £499.99.
$499.99.
Or £390. It's going to be £400 or £500.
Do you foresee them going further than that?
I don't think you can.
They'll outprice themselves, won't they?
You can get a good gaming laptop for about £800.
Yeah, and this is a console specifically for that.
This is the problem, because I know what I would rather do, and I really like PC gaming because it's constantly upgradable. You don't have to wait 5 years for the next one. Games are very cheap, on Steam and things like that. I mean, I've got a lot of Total Wars for next to nothing. Absolutely next to nothing. I've got like 10 different, not 10, I don't think it even is 10, but I've got at least sort of 4 or 5 different Total War titles. I don't even spend 30 quid.
Yeah, this is their answer to that, isn't it? That they have a console that comes out 3 years into the life cycle.
Yeah.
They've then upped the spec, but obviously they're going to charge.
You're just having to charge it. You just have to pay more money sooner than what you would anyway.
Does 4K matter?
No.
This could be for you, buddy, as well, because with the PS4 Pro, I have that because my monitor died and I wanted a new monitor, and I went, I'm going to get a 4K one. It's lovely, but I don't think I'd buy a 4K TV. I bought a 4K monitor, again, if it was PC gaming or something like this. Does 4K matter to either of you?
Not now.
Okay.
Not now.
Will it?
Yes.
Do you see that happening in this life cycle of consoles?
I think once it's essential to have it. So if by way of that, if you didn't have 4K, it will impact your games.
My next, because I only bought my TV.
The way he didn't play in HD for fucking years.
This is, for the audience that don't know this is you had the HD component cable for the 360, and you were playing it set to standard definition for like 4 years.
Because his TV was wall mounted, and he couldn't be asked because the actual cable was hidden from him. And then when we eventually dismounted it one day to actually see if
That's right.
it, all you had to do was go HD.
Yeah, and I remember you saying, the graphics are so much better. It's the same console.
The fact that you were playing in glorious standard definition for I'd say about 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
Yeah, well, there we are.
It was funny though, wasn't it?
It was unreal. I was so happy.
It obviously wasn't a big deal to me, was it?
No, that's the point. Then there you go. They're pitching this like it's purely just graphics. It's all about the 4K.
Yeah.
But I don't think Xbox, as it stands right now, has the exclusive games to back that up.
I don't think it's worth it. But I just say it's all the money. It's something out there now. I've only just bought a new TV anyway. Last year, that cost me 600 quid. I'm not. That's as far as I'm concerned. That's until it dies now.
Yeah.
The next TV I'll get will be 4K because by then it's going to be £400 or £500.
It'll be the price that they are. The normal TVs are.
Yeah, 4K will be built in. You're like, well.
It's like flat screen technology. Remember when we was around our house back in the day playing Halo 2 on that bloody silver brick of a TV that probably had asbestos in the back of it? You know, if we ever get any kind of cancer,
I feel like
we
wind it up.
can blame our Halo 2 games.
I'm playing Ethernet Halo 2 with you guys.
Seriously, like it was that thing was fucking dangerous for your health to play on. But so once but then flat screens all of a sudden over the next 2 years were mainstream.
I'm pretty sure that old telly had a radiation warning.
It was the only TV like powered by plutonium. It would never, it would work forever. But
it will. It would survive anything. But
it's dangerous stuff. But then once 2 years later, we all had a flat screen TV. Whereas at that time they were like really like 4K is now very expensive.
It was like
so once the technology has become really mainstream, then fine.
Right.
But I think with the Scorpio they've really got to bring some big titles with it.
Games.
To make you buy it. Because
Yes.
why am I going to buy a Scorpio if all I'm going to do is play the games I'm playing already?
Yeah, and remember, of course, that every Xbox One game will be released on Scorpio.
Yeah.
So their exclusive stuff like an inevitable new Halo, a new Gears of War, will be on Xbox One and will be on Scorpio.
So to not have exclusives to the Scorpio, I think is a mistake.
They've said it so it doesn't split the player base.
Ah, it's shite. Why are people going to if they price it high, why are people going to pay 500 quid if that is going to be the price just to play the same game better?
Right.
Because you're playing the same game.
Yeah.
You can't lose sight of that fact. I mean, if you've got loads of money, fine, throw it,
Yeah.
Money is no object. Who cares? But for the rest of us, mere mortals, working, it's not, why am I going to do that? Why am I going to spend £500 plus the price of the TV?
But regardless of your budget and your income, that matters to some people. The idea that they could play the same games but they look better. That some people, it's all about the graphics. It matters so much.
Those people will, though. But they're dedicated enough to do it, aren't they?
Which I think is what this is targeted at. This isn't them making a big play to try and sell more than PlayStation are doing. This is them targeting people like yourself who are very much into Xbox and going, make this jump, make this leap.
Yeah, but it's still a money thing for me. I just think because nothing's changing. I mean, the graphics are changing, but it's not, the experiences are changing, the games are going to be the same. So why?
Yeah, and then it comes down to they don't have the games. Because if I saw a new Gears of War or a new Halo on the Xbox Scorpio and it looked phenomenal and they did things that they couldn't do on the Xbox One,
you're going to want to buy it.
I'd be like, yes please, but they don't have the games to back it up. And now, every single Xbox One exclusive, if it's a first party game, I think it's 99% of them, are now available on PC as well. So if you buy, say, when Crackdown 3 comes out, which I can't wait for, it's like the one game on Xbox that's keeping my Xbox on the shelf.
Yeah.
When that comes out, when you buy that, you get a free copy for the PC as well. It's an Xbox Play Anywhere thing. It carries across your game save, it does all these things, but then it poses a bigger question, which is, does it devalue owning an Xbox? Because I have my PS4, like you do, incredible games like Uncharted, The Last of Us, Horizon, all this stuff that's coming out in the next couple of years, there's really amazing exclusives you can only get on PlayStation. With Xbox, is it important to own one? If you can just get their games on a PC, if you've got a decent rig like you've got, are they devaluing their own console because the games can be played anywhere?
Well, they are, and that's exactly the reason why they should have exclusives for the Scorpio. It's really, for me, going to be a bit obsolete in the process of trying to be advanced and sort of futuristic and all about that. It's actually really just shitting all over your previous model in a way that people are just going to think, well, yeah, that's fine, but I don't actually...
It's a clever marketing.
What am I... It's not clever marketing.
No, they get a Scorpio, and then what that does then they make the Xbox One cheaper, and then everyone just buys an Xbox One. Win-win.
Well, what they should do is they should adopt the iPhone principle, whereas when a new iPhone comes out, they slow down the other ones. So you get so fucking infuriated by using
You're just going to upgrade.
You have to upgrade.
And you're not going to jump to another ecosystem because I've always bought Apple.
I know that's manipulative, and I know that sucks, but you kind of just think, well, I can't use this damn thing because it's not functional.
I'm going to upgrade.
It's obsolete. So I think they need to make the Xbox One obsolete in order for it all to move forward.
Yeah, I think beyond that, I think what you said will happen. I think that when they price the Scorpio at what I think you said, the sort of 400 or 500 quid mark, they'll price drop the one, and people will go towards that.
I'll get a one instead because people didn't get.
But honestly, if they came out with a new Halo game, and they explained this is the difference with it being on Scorpio, and I think they should be Xbox Scorpio exclusives. They should treat this not like a PS4 Pro. They should treat this like a new console, because the leap in technology is so big between the One and the Scorpio.
And people will want the latest thing.
Yeah, if they said Halo 6 Scorpio exclusive, I'm there day one. And I don't really want this.
The running is nothing like Halo 5, However, if I bought it and it was like Halo 5, I'd be really sore about that.
Love the multiplayer, hate the single player. That's mine. I know you're the other.
I just hated it. It just wasn't good.
But that's what they need to do. I think that the PlayStation's approach is right because the Pro isn't that big of a leap. They've said all PS4 games work on the Pro. With Xbox, they've said the same thing, except the leap is so much bigger. They should have made it right. You want to play Gears of War 5? Buy a Scorpio.
Yeah.
And that, I think, would sell. It absolutely. And then some people will be pissed off, but I think it would sell.
But it's like, hey, here's Gears of War 5. You can play it on your Xbox One or the Scorpio. It's just going to be a little bit prettier on the Scorpio.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what you're getting. And I'm sorry, but that's not good enough. That's a bit sloppy.
Yeah, pay a couple extra £100 to see a few more hairs in someone's face.
Yeah.
Basically.
Buy this game, spend £500 to get an extra 10 frames per second. And slightly better graphics, which actually is probably down to your 4K TV.
Yeah.
And just really not a lot to do with the Xbox One.
Yeah, the console can display it.
It can display it,
yeah.
but without the actual monitor, for which you paid to have that, it's really it's very much that if you're gonna get it, you need a TV in which to play it on. Otherwise, you've just got an Xbox One.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah,
Really
which you just repay for again.
So you just bought the same fucking thing again. So it's I really think they're not doing this the right way. They need to. They're being exclusives.
They're being so careful not to alienate anyone and go, no, don't worry, all your Xbox One and your 360 games, they'll work fine. They'll
already
absolutely
happens
fine.
on Xbox One.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's they're actually backtracking with this massively. I think it's.
And also, I really feel like they're hedging their bets on it. I think they're really pushing Scorpio hard.
Oh yeah, putting a lot of money.
They're losing the console war, aren't they?
Yes, they are. In terms of sales, yes. But PlayStation's approach to the Pro is very much we brought out a 4K console. Buy it if you want. They did a very sort of soft sell approach with it because they went, there's no exclusives, it's a little bit more powerful, it supports 4K, it's got boost mode in it now, which they patched in to make old games run better, a bit like what the Scorpio does as well. But they didn't push it like it was, it's the most powerful console, or this is the console you need. They did it as a sort of, if you're a hardcore fan, go for it. I feel like Xbox are really relying on this as like, look how powerful this is, but they haven't got the games or the policies to back it up. They've kept it so that every Xbox One game runs on Scorpio.
Yeah.
I really believe if there was exclusives, it would sell better.
That's a mistake. Yeah, I believe if they had exclusives, it would force you to buy it.
Imagine that. Half-Life 3 on Xbox, Scorpio, and PC.
I feel like I need to just.
People would buy it. They absolutely would.
We're having a really serious conversation right now, aren't we? This is a proper. We're not actually taking the piss.
Retrospectively in the world, I don't think it's that serious. But
I
think it's
in the grand scheme of life. Yeah.
No, not compared to the news, but I'm just saying.
North Korea, how about that guy?
Oh man,
you know, shit. But yeah.
I wonder how he feels about Scorpio.
Yeah, that's what we should be doing.
And now live to Pyongyang.
Look, you see, we've upped our production values. A live satellite link.
It's like that film The Interview, isn't it? Come on, yeah, we get the world exclusive.
Not that they're allowed gaming in North Korea.
No.
Turns out it's made.
They have games that use this pen.
Connect 4.
Also, I can't. It's very difficult to do a bit when my voice cracks during the bit. So they play with this pen.
I mean, battleships isn't allowed in North Korea because they're US models. Maybe Scorpio is going to be huge in North Korea. This is the way
in 3D.
Suddenly, there's going to be one guy in North Korea who has an Xbox Scorpio, and nobody likes him. So fine.
I think it's going to be called the new Xbox.
What a shit name.
I know. But I think it might be called that.
It might have some shit name like the Xbox Dawn or something. I don't know. Like
Xbox Xenon.
Yeah. Some really pretentious.
Teflon Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, some really kind of like one of those words that is only used during like consoles.
or
models of phones or models of computers.
It'll be
the Plus.
Xbox. Xbox.
Well, like the PlayStation did, didn't they? The PlayStation 4 Pro. They did the same thing.
Is anything else been referenced as a Pro anything?
No.
If not applied to a piece of technology.
Right, so when they talk about the Scorpio, they talk a lot about how the Xbox Scorpio has 6 teraflops
What?
whatever that is, of computing power,
Oh,
right?
wow.
And
Amazing.
the PS4 Pro has 4.8
So it's got
teraflops.
more.
Oh, it must be better. So it's
So when I hear flop, I just hear negative. So
yeah,
it just flops harder.
the Xbox teraflop. Like I don't know.
It's gonna teraflop in sales all over the world.
I really. This is you, the marketing guy, the CEO of everything. Remember?
Yeah, CEO.
That's what we need you to do. Xbox teraflop. It's not worth it.
Yeah. Well, no, then the PlayStation can have instead of a flop, it can be the erection.
Terror erection. That sounds like a David Hasselhoff movie.
Just the erection. So you just got the two.
You just said Sony PlayStation could have the erection. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't think, Sony, that you should do that.
No, if you're listening.
It's just a play on words.
Well, that's it. So that about wraps it up for episode.
3.
Thank you for episode Alzheimer's of the JTGA podcast. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. I love that little pose you do at the end of every episode. You
Yeah.
always leave.
What's your tribute to Alzheimer's?
I know. I want to get flamed for that.
Yeah. This is episode cognitive impairment. Too much fucking gaming.
Yeah. God, episode now. God. It's all good for the blooper reel. It's all good for
Episode
the blooper reel.
eating disorders.
We've got a lamb in the end.
We don't have any of those. My gut is expanding. Too much gaming, not enough anything else.
Not enough running.
Xbox cognitive impairment.
It impairs your ability to count. Thus not being able to function and only game.